My work routine hasn't changed that much in the last 4 years. The big career change for me was moving from Mexico to work for Microsoft. But while the big ticket items remain the same, some things did change. I've switched teams a couple times, a pandemic reshaped how people work, and AI is kind of taking over. So because of those things, I want to share with you what a regular day in my life looks like when I'm working from home. It's just over 7:30 a.m. here, which is around half an hour earlier than when I usually wake up, but I'm recording today so I need a bit of extra time if I still want to get my coding time in. Not in small part because creative me wanted to make this one cinematic. Let's go. I wish I could tell you that I start my days feeling fresh and ready to go, but the reality is that I struggle quite a bit with sleep, so naturally, mornings tend to be a bit slow for me. I'm really thankful that I don't have any meetings before 10 a.m. It just allows me to ease a bit into my day by getting some breakfast, coffee, and sitting down to watch some YouTube as I ramp up with emails and Teams messages. I'm working on a weird bug right now where sometimes, depending on the specific parameters and encoding of a URL, one of our dependencies fails to parse and open it. And since URLs can come from anywhere and get modified by anyone, we want to be able to handle that a bit better. In addition to that, I'm working on a refactor for one of our major components to hopefully cut down significantly the number of code paths it can take at runtime, and therefore reduce the potential surface area for bugs down the line. But first, I have stand-up. I like my job. Not every day, of course, but as long as there's more good days than bad days and you think you're getting well compensated for your time and impact, a job in tech can really provide a good platform for you to live life and pursue your interests. This very YouTube channel is possible because of the work-life balance I get with my job and a paycheck that allows me to invest a bit on it. And that, in my opinion, is the ultimate benefit of working in tech. Tech isn't the only way to achieve that balance, but it's the one I know, and it's the one I'm hoping I can help out others accomplish if they want to. I'm kind of done with the bug, I think. I still have to test a couple scenarios, but things are looking a bit better. My girlfriend, Avril, lives right across the street, and we sometimes eat lunch together if she also stays home. So I'm headed there right now, and she knows I'm bringing the camera, so I'll be taking it with me. I don't really cook if I'm alone, but she does like it, so I don't really mind when we do it together. It's actually fun, and I enjoy eating a homemade meal when I can. Most days, if I go to the office, I just eat in one of Microsoft's cafeterias. It's not free, but it's cheap enough for me to opt into that. Today, however, we're making creamy poblano chicken. I, of course, need something sweet afterwards. Fortunately, I don't really have any other recurring meetings on Mondays, so sometimes we'll just sit down and work together for a bit. I have a weird relationship with code and iPhone apps. On one hand, I have been working for many years with Swift, and I now have strong opinions about how iPhone apps should be built and how they should look and feel. And on the other, I believe in moving fast, getting things done, and putting them out there into the world early. And it's hard to satisfy both of these constraints at the same time, so I find myself needing to very intentionally turn on and off these identities depending on what the team needs are at any given time. It's 3 p.m. and she did have a meeting, so I headed back home, and I'm working on that refactor now so I can actually use the extra monitor I have in my desk. So yeah,
time to work on that.
Today though, I do get to wear my craftsman hat, so I'm excited. But for that, I do need my desk's larger monitor. I usually avoid using it because it's the space that I use for things like writing, editing, and working on side projects. So I try not to mix it with my day job if I can avoid it. I think that's enough for today. It's a big refactor, so I didn't really expect to get it all done today. But I did get some good progress to share tomorrow and to start getting some feedback. I'll go ahead and exercise for a bit, shower, and then we'll work on some of the side projects that I have kind of in the back burner. So, yeah. This building actually has a nice gym I could use, but it's always packed and it only has one barbell rack and 2 benches, so it was always a bit of an annoying experience to go down and use. Cardio room tends to be okay though, so I do use a treadmill in there every once in a while, but yeah, for everything else, it's home gym for me. Other than YouTube stuff, I've been lately putting a lot of effort into learning to code with AI. And I mean integrating AI into software. As a self-contained experiment, I'm building a little assistant service that integrates with things like YouTube, Notion, YNAB, and Dropbox to automate a lot of the repetitive tasks that I need to do both for YouTube and my daily life. Not a lot to show yet, but it's really fun to make, and I'm learning a lot about large language models and Azure. If you're curious, I'm using a framework developed by Microsoft called Semantic Kernel, and it's really fun to build with it. If you'd be interested in a closer look at what I'm building, let me know in the comments below and I'll be happy to make one. Usually at this point in the day, I would have a small bowl of homemade popcorn or a bit of Huel, but my brother's on call and he's been really stressed and not eating, so he needed something a bit more substantial and we ordered a bit of poke, so I just kind of tagged along. My days working from home are generally a bit more relaxed, and I enjoy that every now and then. It's an opportunity to work while also getting in some house chores, decompress from a busy social weekend, and really just ease into the work week. Other than Mondays and sometimes Fridays, I usually do work from my office, which is just a 20-minute walk away. To start unwinding, I'll sometimes just write for 30 minutes or so using this super cool Pomodoro hourglass and then really just start getting ready for bed. To try and help with my sleep struggles, I've lately been trying to stop all screens 1 hour before my actual bedtime and reduce all light exposure in general. Thank you so much for sticking around with me today. I had a lot of fun recording this. If you enjoyed, consider liking the video below and subscribing for more. But for now, I need some sleep. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.